everybody, welcome back. Raptor Renegade here. Just wanted to start off the video by saying thank you for all your support, the likes, the subscribes. It's so awesome. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So today, as promised, we're going to be doing the year one review, this time the interior, and I'll be letting you know all my thoughts on that. So hop on board and let's get started. So first off, we'll start with the first thing you see when you open the door. That would be the seat controls. You got obviously forward, back, up, down, lumbar, height, all that good stuff. And I will say from experience, after driving the 10.5 hours straight back from Raptor Assault, it's a very comfortable seat. You know, I wasn't sore at all or cranky or anything by the time the trip was done, so that's saying a lot. You know, 10.5 hours in a seat and I was none the worse for wear. So awesome design, awesome controls, can't complain. So continuing on the driver's side door here, you got your 4 window switches. The front 2 are auto up down, so instead of having to hold it the whole time, one click and it's good to go. Then here you got your mirrors fold in. Love that feature. If you're on a narrow trail, you don't want to damage your mirrors at all, you're good to go. Or if you're in a parking lot and it's a tight squeeze, bam, meow. Then you just have your window locks and your mirror adjust, nothing special there. Typical feature. And here you got your door lock and unlock and your 3 position seat memory buttons. Awesome feature. The wife and I are always switching out who's driving, so very handy to have that. You don't have to continuously adjust your seat every time you get in or out. And down here we have the parking brake and the pedal adjust for those of different heights. And here you got your instrument cluster brightness. Then on the left you have the truck bed lighting, and then your headlight. You have auto, daytime running lights, headlights, high beams, etc. And then here you can turn on the LED spotlights that are on the mirrors. So pretty awesome, very bright light there. They will go off, however, once you reach about 7 miles per hour, I found. So just keep that in mind. You can't fly down the trail with them on. You can only go about 7 miles per hour. And moving over here to the steering wheel, these buttons all control the instrument cluster menu functions. Then you have your cruise control, on and off, cancel, speed up, speed down. These buttons right here, that adjusts the interval that the truck will keep between you and the car in front of you. So if you want to keep closer to the car in front of you, you just hit this one. If you want to back it up a little, you hit this one. And that also works in conjunction with the collision avoidance technology. So if you have your cruise control set to 60 and you're coming up on somebody who's doing 50, it'll automatically slow down and it'll keep that preset positioning that you called for when you first turned it on. So once again, another awesome feature. I love the technology. And over here you got your volume up, down, next station, etc. Next song if you're playing Pandora or something. Then this is your voice control for like the navigation, if you want to make a call, something like that. So here we have the different driving mode buttons right here. So you can hit those, and you can see it in there. You got normal, deep, snow, sand, Baja, rock crawl, slippery, tow haul, sport, or normal. And then these right here. This is your steering control mode. So you hit that, you can either do normal, sport, or comfort. Usually I roll on sport, it's a little tighter. Then you can hit a master mute button here. Then you have your phone hang up or answer. Center our instrument cluster, got all the typical stuff. A lot of options here. This little road here, right in the middle, those arrows on either side, once it sees you're in the lane, those will turn green, and that's how it keeps you in the lane. If you have the lane keep assist feature on your truck, I've tried it before, it will actually yell at you if you just take your hands off the wheel to show off to your friends. It'll tell you to put your hands back on the wheel. But as for the different menus, you have your different trips, towing information, tire pressures. You can check all that stuff. Keeps track of all that for you. And your different trips, your fuel economy, how you're doing with that. So as you can see, I'm at 14.3 right now. And fuel history, navigation, compass. Got all your measurements there. If you want to take a look at that. And basically you can pick what gauges you want it to display. I always leave it at the digital speedometer because I've gotten spoiled by having that. I like to just be able to look at a number and know what I'm doing. It gets way confusing when I have to look at a needle and then figure out where the needle's at. Then you got your towing status, all that fun stuff. The Raptor status tells you what wheels are being powered, what degree, all the driving modes you're in, what the steering wheel mode is in. Then you have your off-road status, it'll tell you what angles you're at. And then the power distribution. And then just all your settings. I'm not going to go over everything. But like I said, usually I just have it on the digital speedometer. And coming up here on the dash, you got your B&O sound system. Sounds great. Obviously, if you're bass head, you'll want to get your own separate bass, so you can really bump it. Over here, we have the auto start stop thing. That's a thing for from our wonderful California friends. They make it so you have to shut your vehicle off when you're at stoplights. But with this button, you can just override it, not have to worry about it. And this one is for the 360-degree camera. So another awesome feature. You just hit that. That's the split view between the left, right, and center. Then there's the bird's eye view there. Then the front view. Just the front view. And that 3 split view I told you about. And hazards, of course. This is for your trail control. Went over that in the previous video. Then over here, your traction control, you can turn that on or off. And a lot of the modes, they all have different features depending on which one you choose. Some will have the traction control on, some will have it off, some will have the locking diff engaged or not. But most of them, you can override them or change them if you don't want to use that feature. So for like the mode switch here, you can change it for high, and if you want, you can lock the rear diff or not. Back to too high there. And down here you have your trailer control and backup assist. This button here, that's your lane keep assist, keeps you in the lines. I wouldn't rely on it 100%. You know, once in a while it does have issues if you know, the lines aren't marked out very well or something like that. So always be in control, always have your hands on the wheel. You know, it's mostly basically there for emergencies. You know, if you start to doze off, in which case, you know, hopefully it'll kick in and save you, and then you can have the sense to get off the road and, you know, pull over somewhere. And shifter. Then you got your manual mode, up and down. And you also have them on the steering wheel here. And one thing I was surprised, it is actual quality metal. It's not just some cheap plastic, so kudos to Ford for doing that. Then over here you got your typical control panel. You got the different presets for the radio, volume, tuning. It does have dual climate control, so that's awesome. If you and the wife, you know, she's always cold, you're always hot, don't have to worry about that anymore. Then you have your defrosters, different zones, etc. Has the heated and cooled seats, driver and passenger. So very awesome. You'll always be comfortable no matter what. Then coming up here to the visor, you have your garage door controls. You know, you can just program that to your stuff, so good to have that. Then you have your upfitter controls here. You have 6 switches. They all have different amps for the fuses depending on which one you choose, so make sure you look in your manual so you don't exceed those amps. Then here you have your side map light. Then that way, you know, if you drop something, lose something, you guys can turn those on and find whatever you're looking for. Or if you're hitting the dunes and jumping all over the place, going 80 miles an hour like crazy, you can hit this one and that'll turn on all your interior lights, so everybody in the truck can help you look for whatever you dropped. Turn that off. And here you have your door open lights, your sunroof open and close. That is one of my favorite features in the whole entire truck. Just gives you a massive amount of open space there and lets so much light in. So definitely one of my favorite features. And then you have the light for the other side. Then you have your sunroof open, close, or flip up a little. This one is for your rear window. Hit that. Meow. So much technology built into this truck, it's amazing. And then I'll turn these lights back on here so you can see right over here you got your 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter and a plug. So if you have some small accessory and you want to plug in something like that, you're good to go. And then you got your secret little compartment here with a couple of USB hookups right there. One thing I will make note of, you might want to disable it if you're like me and you don't like the Android Auto. If you use either of these 2 USB ports for your phone, it will automatically start the Android Auto instead of whatever you have going on your phone. So it's kind of a pain. I'm not a fan of the Android Auto, but if you are, more power to you. So if you don't want to use it, you can disable it, or if you want to keep it enabled, you can just use the USB ports in the back seat there. You got a couple more cup holders here. Another thing I love about the Raptor is the fun interior ambient lighting they have. You can see in the front and the back. It's also on the floor. So nice little touch. One thing I am curious though, please let me know down in the comments if you have a Raptor. I wasn't sure if, depending on the color Raptor you have, if the light of the interior changes or if everybody just gets blue no matter what. So let me know that down in the comments. The glove box is pretty standard, nothing special there. However, I do have to make note of the center console. You can literally fit a small child in there. Huge amount of room. And finishing up, last but not least, you have the windshield wipers. They do have a rain sensing windshield wipers, so that's pretty cool. You can just turn it on, it starts to rain, it'll automatically start going. Then you have the button here at the end. That's for your, if you just want to do a quick wipe and spray on the windshield, or if you're in 4x4 mode and you want to clean the front camera, you just hold that in and it'll spray it off for you. Another awesome feature. So not too much to say about the back seats here. The seatbelts are pretty cool. They actually have an airbag built into them. The headrests, if you don't like them in your way, you can just fold them down, tuck them out of the way there. So pretty cool feature there. The left-sided back seat folds up 2/3. Then you got some storage back there for all your essentials. And coming in over here, you have the back controls for your air. You have another plug here for your USB, then another one for outlet. Then you also have heated seats back here and another cigarette lighter. So tons of power options in this vehicle. Never go wrong. So here we are, still on the rear seat, over on the right side now. As you can see, this one, it's just that one seat folds up. Not really any storage space there. That's just my dual compressor for airing up after you're done on the trail. And of course you have the middle armrest and cup holders slide out. Nifty. And I'm about to let you in on a huge secret. I didn't know it for about a year until I went and asked somebody about it. But if you're wondering where your tire change kit is, it's behind the seat right here. And boom, there it is. Now you know. And that's about it for the back seat. So that's going to do it for the year one interior exterior review and all my thoughts on the subject. If you were to ask me would I do it again, the answer is unequivocal yes. No regrets whatsoever. This beast can go anywhere, do anything, and do it in style and comfort. So no regrets whatsoever, no looking back, except to see the dust I'm leaving behind. If you're wondering what packages I have the 802A package and the technology package. So that's how I got all those awesome features and electronics and all that nifty stuff. If you have any questions, leave them down below and hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate it. See you guys next time.